All right, hello everybody. My name is Patrick Dennis with Youreka, and today we're going to spend a few minutes talking about how Youreka can work with Health Cloud. For those of you who have no idea who we are or what we do, it's important that you understand that Youreka is a Salesforce-native forms application that allows folks who are out in the field, perhaps even offline, to be able to capture important information, fill out complex checklists and assessments, capture all that information, and then push it right back to Salesforce. Again, we are a Salesforce-native application, and we're the only one that allows you to capture these complex checklists and assessments while you're offline, completely native to the Salesforce platform. What's more is that our assessments give you the ability to really guide users through a process, so we can really help those mobile teams get better at their job and guide them through the work that they're supposed to be doing while they're out in the field. In today's demo, we're going to begin inside of Salesforce. Then we're going to use my iPhone to go mobile and complete a health assessment inside of a patient's home. When we're finished, we're going to sync, and it's going to push all that information back to Salesforce. We'll view those assessments on the desktop interface, and then I'll show you a little bit about how these forms are built. So I'm going to jump over here to my demo environment, and we'll get started. So first and foremost, we have a gentleman here named Charles Green that we're going to go ahead and do a health assessment for. Now, we've got Health Cloud implemented in this Salesforce environment, so we can see all the rich information about this individual. We've got the entire Health Cloud data model, as well as also all the different features that come with Health Cloud here. Now, what we'll notice is that if I jump over to my mobile device, which is what we'll do right now, we're going to go out into the field and we're actually going to fill out an assessment for Charles. So by opening up the Youreka Mobile app, which is available on iOS or Android devices, a user can see a list of all their accounts in this case, which we'll use the individuals in the system represented as accounts, or any other list of things that they need to be addressing. We can see Charles Green is located there at the top, and right away somebody can see they're about 7 miles out. They can click on that icon there and get directions right to Charles's house. And if they jump back, they can click in to Charles's record here, check in, and immediately get to work and fill out these assessments. Now, the first assessment we might do is just a quick COVID-19 pre-work checklist. So we'll just want to make sure that the user is has gloves, they have a mask on, that they're wearing feet coverings before they enter Charles's home to make sure that we're being safe. And as soon as we're completed there, we'll go ahead and submit the form, and this is going to go back to Salesforce. The second thing we'll do is the full end-to-end health assessment. So by clicking this open, we can see some pre-populated information about Charles here. We can make changes to the information if we need to, and go through and start answering some questions. What you'll notice is that it's pre-populated from Charles's record, so we can really hit the ground running and begin our assessment here. And what you'll also notice is as we start filling out these questions, more questions start to show. This is us guiding the user through a process, showing them the right questions at the right time. Now, as we start to fill out something like a dermatology assessment, maybe we'll say something like, "My skin itches very often." And we might even need to take a photo of certain areas on Charles's skin. So we'll go ahead and open up the camera. You see, I just have this piece of paper here on my desk. We'll snap a photo of Charles's skin, maybe mark it up if we want to, take notes, indicate certain things that are important inside the image, and then move on. We're going to see a related list here of all the prescription medications that Charles has taken based on what we know inside of Salesforce. We're also going to verify his height and weight and be able to review his body mass index, which is calculated live through a formula. So we'll say, if Charles is 70 inches and 180 pounds, there's his BMI, and even with a helpful context there. We'll indicate that he might have asthma and that he uses an inhaler, and we'll show some guidance around how to do that. We might even do a depression assessment and watch how the PHQ-9 opens up and allows us to indicate certain things about Charles's mood and whether or not he is depressed. As we fill this out, we're going to finish it up and we're going to say, I really like my primary care provider. And we can click submit. Now, what's important to know is that if we were offline, all this would have worked the same way, and it would have just stored locally on our device. But because we had internet connectivity, it's going to push all that information back up into Salesforce. And from here, we can check out and move on to our next individual. Now, meanwhile, back in Salesforce, we can see all this information has now been updated. So I'll refresh my page here, and what we'll notice is that the forms themselves are available for us right here on Charles's page. So everything that we just captured while we were out in the field is now available for us on Charles's record. So we can see the entire assessment as it was completed. We'll let it load here for a second. There we go. As it was completed, the photos that were captured while we were out in Charles's home are available to us here. We'll let those load up here for a second. So everything that we've done just a moment ago on my mobile device is now available for us here inside of Salesforce. We've even identified a few things, like maybe analyze the sentiment of Charles's view on his primary care physician, maybe even using a little bit of Einstein vision to monitor those photos and use an image recognition model perhaps to identify certain things there. Now, as it pertains to building these assessments themselves, it's very easy to do. Right here inside of Salesforce, what we can do is open up what we call the Youreka Template Builder. And right here, we can drag and drop all the questions that we want to onto the editor. So you can see here's an example of the form that we just filled out a moment ago while we were on my mobile device. And if I want to add questions, it's very easy for me to do. Just drag and drop and indicate certain things. So perhaps we might say, was the patient home when you arrived? And the answer to that might be a yes or no question. And we'll save and we can publish our form. So it's that easy to be able to save new questions, new types of forms, and deploy them out to the field in very short order. So with that said, that concludes today's demo. If you have more questions, you can visit our website, you can visit our YouTube channel, as well as all the other resources here to learn more about how Youreka might work for you. Thank you so much for watching.